Have you ever sat in your living room and suddenly felt uneasy? Like the walls are closing in, like something dark is watching. Even though you're alone, maybe the arguments at home are becoming more frequent. Sleep feels impossible, or sadness clings to the air for no reason. These aren't always just emotions or stress. According to Islamic teachings and the experiences of many believers, these may be signs that your home is spiritually disturbed. In Islam, a house is meant to be a place of sakina, peace, mercy, and divine light. But sometimes that peace disappears. The walls carry a weight. The silence feels loud. And here's the truth that many overlook. It's not always about what you feel, but about what you can't see. The world of the unseen, Alam al-Gaib, is very real. Jinn exists. Shayatin whisper. And yes, homes can become vulnerable to their presence. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts slowly. A sudden shift in mood. Constant friction in the family. Fear in certain rooms. Nightmares. Disconnection from Salah. Many people turn to therapists, stress relief, or even ignore it, when what they really need is spiritual cleansing. In this video series, we'll walk you through the subtle signs of spiritual disturbance in a home, what specific objects can attract jinn and demonic energy, the kinds of modern entertainment that open invisible doors, and most importantly, how to restore barakah and peace in your home, step by step. But first, let's dive into what it feels like when a home becomes spiritually unprotected. Fatima, a mother of three, used to love her home. But 1 year after moving in, something changed. Her kids became anxious. Her husband distant. Prayers became rushed or forgotten. At night, she heard footsteps in the hallway when no one was there. Doctors said she was stressed. Friends told her it was all in her head. But one elder in her community said something she'd never forget. When the remembrance of Allah disappears, Shaitan finds a space. She started to clean her home not just physically, but spiritually. What happened next? Her story is one of many we'll explore as we uncover the unseen influences that many households are silently suffering from. Stay with us, because your home's spiritual safety might depend on what you learn next. Not every danger wears a face. Some come as decorations. Some sit quietly on your shelves. Some hang proudly on your walls. Without realizing it, many Muslims allow objects into their homes that act like magnets for jinn and demonic forces. These objects disturb the peace, block barakah, and invite the unseen to settle in. Let's begin with the most common and dangerous of these. 1. Statues, idols, and religious symbols from other faiths. A beautifully carved Buddha statue. A Hindu idol brought back from a vacation. A cross-shaped ornament gifted by a friend. Even when displayed purely for decoration or cultural appreciation, these objects carry a heavy spiritual cost. In Islam, anything associated with shirk, the worship of others besides Allah, is spiritually dangerous. These items, even if not worship, represent beliefs that oppose Tawheed. Their presence in a home reflects an acceptance of falsehood, even if unintentional. And jinn are drawn to places where shirk is present. They linger where symbols of misguidance are honored. These objects don't just sit on shelves. They spiritually infect the air around them. 2. Items with unknown origins, especially from antique shops or foreign markets. Sometimes we bring things into our homes that carry hidden histories. An old mirror from an antique store. A carved mask from a market abroad. A mysterious pendant found on vacation. They may look harmless, but spiritually, these items may be cursed or carry traces of dark rituals, black magic, or even jinn attachment. They may have been used in past ceremonies or worn by people involved in occult practices. Islam emphasizes tahara, purity, not just in the body and heart, but also in the space we live in. When we bring in spiritually contaminated items, we pollute that space. 3. Decorations that contain kufr or disrespect to Islam. It's subtle, and that's what makes it so dangerous. A carpet with Bismillah placed at the entrance, stepped on every day. A calligraphy of Allah hanging near the bathroom. T-shirts with sacred names worn casually in clubs or concerts. These are more than design mistakes. They are forms of disrespect. And when sacred words or symbols are dishonored, the angels flee, and what remains is not welcome. Islam teaches us to hold every mention of Allah, His book, and His messenger with the highest level of adab. For amulets, talismans, and charms, some Muslims hang taweez around the neck. Others place charms over the doors, tie black threads to baby cribs, or keep strange symbols in wallets, all in the hope of attracting luck or protecting themselves from harm. But Islam is crystal clear. Protection does not come from objects. It comes only from Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said that whoever wears an amulet has committed shirk. And many of these items contain spells, words of kufr, or symbols of black magic hidden inside, written in scripts that only magicians or jinns understand. What seems like a harmless pen may be spiritually dangerous. 5. Entertainment devices that become portals. Flat screen TVs, laptops, phones. These are tools, but what we do with them shapes our spiritual environment. When a home regularly plays music filled with foul language, when movies mock Islam or normalize zina and violence, when shows glorify sin and distract from salah, then that home becomes spiritually unprotected. Jinn are attracted to houses where indecency is normalized, and when these forms of entertainment are constant, they weaken Iman and open the doors wide for Shaitan's influence. The Prophet taught us that angels do not enter a house where there is music or images that oppose Islam. And when the angels leave, who replaces them? Now that we know what objects can harm the spiritual safety of our homes, the question is, how do we reverse the damage? In the next part, we'll show you how to purify your house step by step, how to restore the peace, bring back the angels, and shut the door firmly on Shaitan. It's not just about removing things. It's about inviting Allah's light to return. We live in a world flooded with screens. Phones buzz all day. Music plays in the background. TVs never stop. What used to be silence is now filled with sound, and not all of it is harmless. Many Muslims don't realize that what they consume for fun can have a deep, damaging effect on their home's spiritual atmosphere. Not every scene screams loudly. Some come wrapped in rhythm, comedy, and trending shows. Let's uncover how modern entertainment becomes a hidden gateway for Shaitan to enter our lives and homes. Entertainment that normalizes sin. A show about betrayal. A movie filled with zina. A song glorifying drugs, arrogance, or violence. You think, it's just fiction. But the heart doesn't know the difference. The more you watch it, the more numb you become. What once shocked you now seems normal. This is how Shaitan works, not through direct attack, but through slow erosion of values. He turns sin into entertainment. And with every laugh, every view, the heart becomes a little darker. The house that forgets Allah. When these sounds echo through the rooms of your home, something spiritual begins to shift. The Quran is no longer recited. Adhan is drowned out by background music. Prayers are delayed or forgotten altogether. A home filled with haram content becomes unwelcoming to angels. And when angels leave, who stays behind? Jinn are known to gather in places of heedlessness, indecency, and constant noise. This is why the Prophet advised us to guard our ears, our eyes, and our hearts, because what we consume spiritually shapes what surrounds us physically. The false safety of it's just music. Many say, it's just a beat. It's art. It helps me relax. But music that carries immoral messages, promotes shamelessness, or mocks religion can deeply affect your soul. Words have power, even when sung. And even when you're not actively listening, that energy spreads through your home. It affects your mood, your children, your iman. You may not notice the change immediately, but slowly, prayers lose meaning. The Quran feels distant. Arguments increase. And barakah begins to fade. Protecting your home from harmful media. This doesn't mean your home has to be silent. It means you replace what harms with what heals. Play Quran instead of songs. Listen to reminders instead of gossip. Watch Islamic stories instead of sinful series. Choose content that strengthens faith, not that breaks it. Remember, Shaitan doesn't need permission to enter when the doors are wide open. Close them with dhikr. Close them with prayer. Close them by turning off what distracts you from Allah. Entertainment is not haram by default, but when it makes you forget Allah, delay your salah, or invite shamelessness into your life, it becomes a tool of Shaitan. Your heart is a garden. What you plant in it will grow. If you fill it with music, drama, and sin, don't be surprised when peace no longer lives there. But if you water it with remembrance, with Quran, with beauty, the angels return. In the next part, we'll explore the most powerful ways to cleanse your home, restore the barakah, and build a spiritual fortress around your family, using only what Allah has already gifted us. When a home feels dark, cold, or heavy, we rush to clean, decorate, or renovate, but the real dirt is often unseen. Spiritual dust settles silently, and it doesn't leave with a broom. True peace doesn't come from new furniture. It comes from inviting Allah's mercy into every corner of your house. Let's walk step by step through how to spiritually cleanse your home. Shut the doors to shaitan and fill it with barakah, light, and tranquility. 1. Bring the Quran back into your walls. One of the most powerful tools in Islam is already in our hands. The words of Allah. Reciting Quran in the home is not just rewarding. It purifies the air, drives away evil, and fills the house with angels. Surah Al-Baqarah is especially important. The Prophet said, "Do not turn your houses into graves." Verily, Shaitan does not enter the house where Surah Al-Baqarah is recited. Make it a habit. Play it softly during the day. Recite it aloud as a family. Let your children fall asleep to it. Every verse is a sword against darkness. 2. Revive the daily adkar. Begin your day with the morning adkar. Close it with the evening ones. Say Bismillah before you enter the home, before you eat, before you sleep. These simple words, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, are not just phrases. They are shields. They are locks. They are light. The more you remember Allah in your home, the less room Shaitan has to breathe. 3. Keep the home physically and spiritually clean. Jinn are drawn to filth, disorder, and places of neglect. A messy kitchen, unwashed bathrooms, rooms filled with foul smells and loud, aimless noise. Cleanliness in Islam is half a faith. Sweep, wipe, wash, but also cleanse your home of sinful items. Music that misguides, books that mock religion, images that show shamelessness. What's around you affects what's inside you. 4. Prayers on time as a family. Nothing builds a spiritual fortress like prayer. Call your family to pray together, especially Maghrib and Isha. Turn off distractions. Make the prayer area beautiful. Light incense. Use prayer mats. When a home is filled with salah, angels surround it. When the adhan is heard within its walls, Shaitan flees. Salah is not just worship. It is protection. 5. Remove what disrespects the sacred. Respect for Islam brings barakah. Disrespect removes it. Take out anything that dishonors Quran, even accidentally. Avoid placing sacred names near bathrooms. Remove decorative items with ayahs that may fall, get stepped on, or gather dust. Show adab. Show honor. The more you respect Allah and His signs, the more He honors your home. 6. Close the invisible doors. Every time you enter your home, say, Bismillah. Every time you eat, say, Bismillah. Every time you turn off the lights, say, Bismillah. The Prophet taught us that Shaitan cannot enter home or share a meal where Allah's name is mentioned. You don't need charms. You don't need rituals. You only need remembrance. 7. Surround your home with angels. Play Quran, even softly. Place Islamic reminders on the walls, not just as decoration, but as dhikr. Encourage family members to say dua before sleep, after waking, before traveling. Make your home a place where angels love to stay, because where angels live, Shaitan cannot. Your home is more than walls and furniture. It is the heart of your family's Aman. Protect it, purify it, fill it with the light of Allah. And if you've already made mistakes, know that it's not too late. One sincere dua, one honest step, one act of remembrance can begin the cleansing today. May Allah protect our homes from every unseen evil, fill them with His mercy, and surround our families with angels, light, and barakah. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Peston for more Islamic reminders. Comment below, Ya Allah, protect my home and fill it with your light. Let's help one another build homes that remember Allah and where peace never leaves.